Welcome back, everyone. This is part 2 of the major penny hunt that I am doing. If you didn't check out part 1 yet, go back, take a look, and then watch this video. We'll start out with box number 22 here out of 42 that I searched. There's the Canadians. We did find a 1963 young head as well. And we found a total of 11 wheat pennies in this box. Starting off with a nice 1916 plain, 1941 plain, a 42D, 3 44 plains, and a 44S, a 1949 Denver, pretty hard to read, 1950D, a 51D, and a 1952D. Alright. We'll move right along to box number 23. Alrighty guys, box number 23 here. We got all those regular Canadians. We did find a 1962 young head, good shape. And for this box we found 8 wheat pennies in total. We'll start off with this one. I cannot tell the date exactly. Looks like a 191, and I can't make out the last digit, and it looks like there's a mint mark there as well, but that's pretty beat up. And then moving right along to a 1918 S, really good condition, 1941, a 44, 47 Denver, 51 S, a 56D, and a 58D. Welcome back guys, box number 24 here. There's some Canadians for you. And we did find a 1962 and a 1964, both young heads. And we found 2 foreigns in this box, which was pretty cool. Never seen these before. And this one has like a ribbed edge to it. And this one, there's that side of it. Kind of has like a divot in the middle there, you can see. Moving on to the wheat pennies here, we had a 1934, a 1941 S, a 44 plain, a 45 plain, 46 Denver, a 53 Denver and San Francisco, and then 2 1955 Ds. And we'll move on to box number 25. Box number 25 here. Actually didn't find too many Canadians for once. We did find a 1940 King George. Right there. And then 1956 and a 1964. Both are young head Canadian coins. And for the wheat pennies, we get a 1929 S, a 30D, a 37 plain, 41 Denver, 42 plain, 44 plain and Denver mint mark, 47 plain, 48 plain, 50D, and then a 58D. Alrighty, moving right along. Well, not much to see here. I think this is the worst box of the whole 42 that I went through, but we'll take a look at them. 2 Canadians. 1945 plain, a 50D, 56D, and then obviously another 57 Denver. Alrighty, got box number 27 here. There's the Canadians, nothing too special. Then we found a 1916D and a 1920D. Both of these coins are pretty worn down, but I was still able to read the date and the mint mark. Next we got a 41 plain, a 44 Denver, 46 plain, and a 47 Denver. Didn't find any 1950 wheat pennies in this box. Kind of strange, but that's alright. We'll keep on looking. Alright, here we got box number 28. There's the Canadians. We did pull a 1956 young head. Next, we got a 1920 wheat penny, again pretty hard to read. But next we got a 44 Denver, 46 plain, a 50 Denver, and a 57 Denver. On to box number 29. Alrighty, welcome back with box number 29. Made up some ground with this box. We found 16 wheat pennies, and we'll get right to those in just a second. There's some Canadians, and we did find a foreign. Pretty cool design there. And there's the back for you guys. Moving on to the wheat pennies. Found a 1916D, 1918D, 1937S, 1940, two 1944s, 46, 50D, two 51Ds, a 52, a 55D, two 56Ds, a 57D, and a 58D. Welcome back, guys. On to box number 30, and we found a lot of Canadians, as you can see there. We did find a 1952 King George, and two young heads, one 1963 and the other in 1964. And we found a foreign in this box as well. There's the front of it. Pretty beat up, but cool to find. Wasn't expecting it, so that's pretty cool. Moving on to the wheat pennies, we found 10, a 1944 Denver, 46 Denver, 51 Denver, 53 plain, 54 Denver, 55 Denver, two 57 Denvers, 58 plain, and a 58 Denver. This is box number 31. Starting off with the Canadians there. Found a 1962 young head as well. Then we've got a 1935S, 1951D, a 53D and a 53S, 54D, 55D, 56D, and a 58D. Alright, we'll move on to box number 32. Moving on to box number 32, we got the Canadians there, and three Canadian young heads, starting with a 1953, a 1961, then a 1962. Moving right to the wheat pennies, we got a 1935, pretty hard to read, 1945D, 1948, 1954D, 1956D, and two 1957Ds. Alright, box number 33. There's some Canadians for you guys to look at. 1955 young head. And for the wheat pennies, a 1945 Denver, 1946 Denver, 1951 Denver, 52S, 53D, and a 58D. Alright, you guys had a pretty good box for number 34 here. Starting with the Canadians, we found a 1941 King George and a 1962 young head. Moving on to the wheats, we found 14 in this box, and I'll start with this one. You can see it's a 1940 something. I can't see that last number, so we'll leave it there. But we get a 1934, 1937, a 38, a 41 Denver, 42 Denver, 50 Denver, 51 Denver, 53 Denver, 54 Denver, 55 Denver, two 56 Denvers, and a 58 Denver. Alrighty, we'll move on. Alright, box number 35. Not too many finds in this box, but there's the Canadians. Then we had a 1962 and a 1964 young head Canadian pennies. 41D, 42D, 44D, 52D, and a 57D for the wheat pennies. Not too many. Hopefully there will be more in the next. Alright guys, getting towards the end here. We're on box number 36 out of 42. There's the Canadians. Found a different one in this box. Someone etched Faith into the front of this coin. Pretty cool. Then moving on to the wheat pennies. We got a 1940, two 1944s, a 45, a 47 Denver, 50 Denver, 55 Denver, 57 Denver, and two 58 Denvers. Box 37 here. Didn't find too many Canadians for once. And we did find a 1941 King George, which is pretty nice. Moving right into the wheat pennies. Then a 1941S, a 50D, a 53D, two 57Ds, and one 57 plain, and a 1958 plain. That's not the only finds we had in this box. We also had this one. It has Kentucky etched into it, and I've seen these coins before because a while ago I bought for my collection this, which has every state etched into the pennies. I was at a local coin shop one time and just happened to come across it and thought I'd add it to the collection because I thought it was pretty cool. I'll just pan over all these quick for you guys so you can see them. And we'll move on to box 38. Alright, box 38 here. And we found a ton of Canadians, as you can see. Far outweighed the wheat pennies on this box. But we did pull a 1951 King George and a very nice 1964 Younghead. Very nice there. Moving on to the wheat pennies, we got a 1942, 1944 D and plain mint mark, a 1946 D, and a 1958 D. We'll move on to box number 39. Alrighty. Got the Canadians right there. And we pull the 1955 Younghead out of this box as well. Starting off with the 1910 wheat penny in really quite good condition. Next, a 1939, a 1942, 1946 plain and D mint mark, 1947 D, 1948 D, 1950 D, two 1952 Ds, and a 1956 D. Moving on. Almost through all the boxes here, guys. We're on box number 40. Here are some of the Canadians. And we pulled a 1944 King George and two Youngheads, one 1958 and the other a 1961. Next, we got the wheat pennies, 12 total in this box, starting with a 41S, 44 plain, and two 44Ds, 45D, 47D, 50D, two 52Ds, two 53Ds, and a 55D. On to box number 41 here, guys, and we found 13 wheat pennies total, and we'll get to them in just a second. First, we've got the Canadians, and we found two King Georges in this box. First was a 1938, and the second was a 1944. Those were really cool to find. First up for the wheat pennies, we have a 1936, 1941, a 42, a 44, 45, 47D, a 50D, two 51Ds, a 52D, and three 1957Ds. Alright, last and final box here, guys. Box number 42. Here are the Canadians. And we found 14 wheat pennies in this box. So we'll start off here with a 1919S, a 44D and S, 45 plains, there are two of them, 2 1947Ds, a 49, 52D, 54D, 55D, and 3 1956Ds. Alright, I'll get the totals for the wheat pennies together and I'll let you guys know what we found. Alrighty guys, we found 365 total wheat pennies out of those 42 boxes and the one Indian head. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment below what you thought of the video, and if you feel like subscribing, I'd appreciate that. I'd also like to thank the banks that ordered in all this coin for me, and for the truck drivers who brought the coin to the bank and helped me load it. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to make this video for you guys, so I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.